You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua your power, which I command you.
We don't smoke.
Alright, so then that one links up with the one in Revelation. Alright, so we can't add or take away from the word, and we have to be under those that taught us, that give us the milk sincerely.
You don't get fucked up today where that guy is. Go ahead.
I'm not being kind. I saw him right there.
Don't let no Edomites roll up here like that. He gonna get fucked up today.
I finished on.
Okay, read it again now. You just read.
Deuteronomy 4 and 2. You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments.
To be careful, scripture. Be careful. You add on to this work. Add on to these words, man. You add on to these scriptures, man. Go ahead.
That ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua your power, which I command you.
That's plain, man. That's plain. What you got?
I was just trying to tell y'all that I respect you.
Yeah, if you respect us, you know, just put the cigarette out, you know. You can stay here and listen all you want to. If you got questions, ask.
I just want to say something because I grew up Jewish, you know, and I realized a couple years ago that, you know,
get it on camera.
Shit wasn't real, you know.
Well, what's real then? Who are the real Jews?
No, I'm saying you guys.
Okay. Man, that's something, man. He even know, man. Yeah. He know we the real Jews.
That's all I want to say.
Man, that's
it's good. One of them messed up.
Thank y'all for realizing.
That's that's a quote by the second president of Egypt, Gamal Abdul Nasser. He said that that the state of Israel would never have peace because they left out black and they came back white. Exactly. You know, this we cannot accept. Exactly. You know, so
I agree. You
know, we're the true Israelites, and that's the what we're out here to reveal it to the world. Exactly. You know, can you grab Deuteronomy 32 and 26, Baba Kashar?
You know, I grew up going to like Hebrew school or whatever, and they tell us, you know, you're the chosen people, whatever. But you know, it's so wrong that they're telling us that. It's just so wrong, you know. It's just a lie.
That's because there's the so-called white race, the so-called white nation, the ones that portray themselves to be Jews and just regular so-called white people. Right. Or so-called Europeans. Right. They're really from the nation of Edom, according to the Bible. Exactly. And the nation of Edom and the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Israelites, they're sworn enemies. Right. They hate us because we were given the birthright. So what they did was they tried to make our remembrance cease out of the earth so that they could come in and say that they're the Israelites. Exactly. You missed the whole thing earlier. This brother was going into that, you know, and this brother. Go ahead, Deuteronomy 32.
32, I got it.
And 26.
Deuteronomy 32 and 26. I said I will scatter them into the corners, and I will make the remembrance of them cease from among men.
So what happened was we sinned against the Lord our powers, and he scattered us into the four corners of the world, and the remembrance of us was made to cease from all men. And in the corners that we were scattered into were the ghettos. In every nation, wherever the children of Israel are scattered to, they're living in the ghettos. Can you grab Revelations 2 and 9? Because the scripture also talks about how the children of Israel are poor, but really they're rich. We're rich because we're going to inherit this world. It was promised unto us to inherit this world, to inherit every land, to inherit all things, man. And guess what? You see, our women are even with their men. That's another curse that happened to us, you know. No. And they're the rich and they're ruling over. Esther, go ahead. Yeah, beautiful.
I just don't want you to have hostility towards white people.
Well, so let me tell you this. Everybody, listen to me. Everybody that looks white isn't a so-called white man because your nationality is determined by your father. So you got just like how you seen that so-called white man with that so-called black woman. If they had a baby, their baby will come out somewhat darker. Right. Now, if that baby went and had a baby with another so-called black woman, You know, no, darkening him.
Okay, come.
So if that baby, when they had the baby that they had, it's gonna come out even darker.
Right.
You know, so their seed has been mixed amongst us as well as our seed mixed amongst them. That's the reason why it tells you in Matthew's, grab Matthew's 24 and 30. In Matthew's 24 and 30, it tells you that the angels have to come and have to sift the house of Israel from amongst all of the other nations. But grab that in Revelation 2 and 9 real fast.
Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are the Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan.
So here it is.
That's it.
The true Israelites are impoverished at this time because one of their curses is Haggai 1 and 6.
Exactly.
You might get some water.
Yeah, I got it.
Haggai 1 and 6.
They're trying to keep that down so people don't realize, you know, their true descendants, what they truly are. Exactly.
Block, yeah. I get it. 1 and 6. God.
You know, the real Israelites are impoverished right now. Like the scriptures say, they're in the ghettos, and the remembrance of them has ceased from all men.
Exactly.
But the Most High has it set up through the Spirit, where he set up the prophets again, and now the prophets are going out and they're prophesying. And part of the prophecy is to reveal to the children of Israel who they are.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
They got 1 and 6.
It's gonna happen.
Ye have sown much
It is. People
and
like
bring
you make
in
it
little.
happen.
Go ahead.
They got 1 and 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
Who's the richest people on the planet Earth? The so-called Jews. They're the ones that's behind the Diamond District. You know, they're the ones that's matter of fact, America was they were made rich. Matter of fact, off selling the Negroes into slavery.
Exactly.
They owned the slave ships that brought us over here.
Exactly.
They became millionaires off of that. That's the reason why places like J.P. Morgan got his start because his family was part of the ones that was selling Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
But that's pretty much it.
Let me ask you a question real quick. How did you come to find out that we were the real Jews?
Research, meeting people like you.
Oh, you met people like us before?
Absolutely. Expanding horizons, being open-minded, and realizing, recognizing the truth.
But you better hope that your bloodline goes back to being an Israelite, because if it doesn't, just because you agree with us doesn't mean that you're going to have any salvation. Or you better hope that you better hope that you're an Israelite, because the scriptures say, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
I got some of my family are not white Jews, but like Middle Eastern Jews.
Okay, well, what's your father?
Well, my dad is like a white Jew, but my mom's family were like Middle Eastern Jews.
Hey, the scriptures also says that their children shall seek to please the poor, and their hands shall restore their goods. So basically, the way that you are, basically just proves that scripture is true. But just because you seek to please the poor and you restore our goods doesn't mean that you're not going to go unpunished, because your forefathers aren't here. So therefore you're going to receive their judgment. Exactly. Just like we received the judgment of our forefathers, not Revelation, Isaiah 14 and 21.
I mean, I guess, moreover, I just want y'all to know that likewise how you guys realize who you are, I realize who I am, and there are people like me that also.
So you realize that you're from the nation of Edom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of likewise where there are some people like me that realize, the truth. Likewise, how you guys realize what's the truth.
That's
so
the reason. That's the reason that we're out here.
Exactly.
We're out here to push out the truth.
Exactly.
And you wouldn't know that you were from the nation of Edom unless the prophets were out here prophesying. which proves that we are the children of Israel and that we're the prophets. Man.
Hebrew.
Go ahead. Go ahead with that. Yeah, the Isaiah 14 and 21.
Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare a slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of the fathers.
So slaughter is coming to the children of your forefathers because of their iniquities. And that's one of the main things that white people, so-called white people fear. They fear retribution. They fear retaliation because of the things that their people have done. You know, but it's a just thing. Because here it is, our people are still impoverished. The elite of your society, they know that we're the Israelites, but still they haven't restored us to our proper position. Therefore, a great war has to be fought to where they're taken down and they're destroyed. And it's not just going to be only us fighting in it. The Lord himself, the one whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who even your people changed the image, they got to pay for that too. That image that's right there, they have to change for that. They have to pay for that.
So you believe Jesus Christ is God?
Well, no, he's not. He's the Son of God. So basically, what's going to happen is they're going to get repaid back for all the things that they've done. Hold on, just 1 second. Hold your question. You know, there's a point being made. They have to be paid back for all the things that they've done. The things that they've done to the Native Americans and the Hispanics when they came over here, the things that they've done to the Negroes in the transatlantic slave trade. You know, and the scripture says that he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of my eye. What's your question?
I want to know, how could God have a son?
You said, how can he have a son?
God is human.
He made him.
You said
He's a human?
Is he human?
He said he's a human.
Answer the question.
God don't need to be human to create a son.
He made us, so that means that
What is the word?
too, right?
No. Do you know your nationality?
Yeah, I know my nationality.
Oh, what's your nationality?
I'm Tanzanian.
You're Tanzanian?
Tanzanian.
So you
He's from over there from Africa.
yeah, he's from over there from Africa. Now you could be an Israelite because our people were scattered throughout Africa. Do you know what the word?
It says that in the Bible.
Do you know Do you know what the word Israel mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It's Israel. What
does the word Israel mean?
No, I don't know what it means.
No pictures. The word Israel means in Hebrew is Yashar Allah. It means princes of the power. If do you agree that the Most High is a king?
I believe that the Most High is God. Yeah.
Do you believe that he's a king? Can somebody get that in a?
What are you gonna do with those
He's the king of everything.
So what is a prince?
I own the pictures because I took them.
A prince is the son of a king.
Really cool. Just like reverse.
There you go. We're his sons. We're his sons. We're his sons because he adopted us. Now, can somebody grab Galatians 4:4? I'm gonna show you. And grab Romans. Drop that.
You don't want
Romans.
You don't want racism reverse?
Hold on.
You don't want racism reverse?
Grab Romans.
Did Jesus ever say?
And you know what? Just have a good day, man. Grab Romans, the 9th chapter. I'm going to show you because you asked a question. So we got to prove the question. Go ahead.
Galatians 4:4. But when the fullness of the time was come,
Is that original Bible?
Yahweh sent forth
Is that the old?
It's a King James. It's a King James.
King James.
Why you striving? Why you striving?
James is a white man.
Why you striving to
I'm asking a question.
Why you striving to questions of no
King
value?
James is a white man, right?
You asked one question.
I'm
Why we
asking a
can't?
question.
No. Why we
King
can't?
James is a white man.
Why we can't? Why we?
Yes, he is.
Okay, if you don't believe what we got to say, look,
I'm asking a question.
you generally
Because listen. You saying a white man is a devil, right?
Listen, my man.
It's the white man. White people are not devils.
Just read the scriptures, and I'm gonna tell you why we just gonna read the scriptures.
King James is
Because
he's a white man,
and
right?
you've been a nigga.
So why you believe in his
First of all, you asked a question, and you're not even.
I'm Muslim.
It don't matter.
It don't matter, bro.
That's what's bad.
Okay, I got a question for you. 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 I got a question for you.
Hey, get your ass get there. He ain't even Tanzanian.
You love the white man, so guess what? Hey, grab that. Don't hang. No.
White man is a devil.
Hey,
King James is a white man.
Prove it. Okay, prove it. Prove it right now. Prove it.
Everyone get your ass on.
Shall be thrust through, and everyone is destroyed unto
spirit shall fall.
There you go. That's a scripture that I wanted. That's a spirit. Okay, grab now here it is through the spirit. That's the reason why the scriptures say the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. And the children of this world are the other nations, man. And they're wiser than a lot of Israelites. Here it is. You got the children of this world up here, and he's believing that we're the Israelites, man.
But
He's saying it, but he's the children of Edom. He's a child of Edom.
Right.
And our own people don't want to believe it.
So you think
Go ahead.
So you think I'm the devil then, or a devil?
Yeah, you're still a devil.
Yeah, because I'm white.
You're still a devil.
You're an Edomite.
You can't blame us.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can't. Hey, but
Even though I'm recognizing what's true, so I'm just realizing that I'm a devil.
That's just your nature. You
So
know,
I'm a devil.
You're still a devil.
Just because I'm white.
Yeah. You're an Edomite. That's why.
You're an Edomite. And because the Most High made you that way. We didn't make you that way, so you can't.
Do I seem like a devil to you?
You can't lay fault against us.
Do I seem like I'm not? But do I seem like I'm the devil?
But
If I'm leveling with
the scriptures say that the devil will come like that. It says that he will come and he will be preaching he will have smooth words, but there'll be evil in his heart. War in his heart.
I don't have an ounce of evil in me.
But in that day, let's say for instance, if there's 100 white people about to kill one black person, you're not gonna save that black person. No,
Why?
you're not.
Why wouldn't I?
Go ahead,
If I
read that.
would.
That's not
Just
your
to answer that guy's question.
I got that.
Galatians 4 and 4. Well, when the fullness of the time was come, Yahweh sent forth his son and made of a woman made under the law.
Go ahead.
Redeemed them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons.
That we might receive the adoption of sons. The reason that we're the sons of the Most High is because the Most High adopted us. And that's just to elaborate on the reason